Ugh, I just hate it when you have an itch on your nose and you can't do anything to fix it because you have makeup on, and if you scratch it, it will come off. Oh, it was a hair. That makes sense. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Harley Nouveau, if you did not know. And today, I come bearing gifts. It's not really a gift per se. I got this in the mail about a week ago because they finally restocked it online, and I'd been wanting it since it came out. And if you're sitting there wondering what I'm talking about, it probably takes no effort now to guess at this point that I love Jeffree Star Cosmetics because I feel like they're really good quality. I haven't really been disappointed with any other product so far. The only one that was kind of was the Morphe collaboration, and that's probably more Morphe than Jeffree's fault, just because we've already talked about how inconsistent they can be. Now, if you watch my videos regularly, you know that I make a joke all the time, specifically with my best friend Jasmine, about living your best summer life, because Jasmine is like obsessed with summer, And if you didn't know, also, Jeffree started come out with kind of a summer-themed palette a while back. Approximately when, I can't tell you. This is the lovely, iconic Thirsty palette. Thirsty. Probably should have thought this over with my speech impediment. So these are the 15 shades that come with this palette. As you can see, there's some beautiful summer moments like this vibrant yellow, this vibrant blue, this turquoise color. And in order, they are Parched, Taste Buds, Bitch, Kumquat. Kumquat. Those aren't the same color. They're not the same brand. I don't know why I'd expect them to be the same color. Stroke, Divine, Filthy Rich, Lick, Snatched, Plunge, Subtle, Quench, Submerge, Splash, and Drizzle. This one actually is very similar to a skin tone for me. If I had to pick the ones I'm most excited about off the gate, it's probably going to be these colors right here. I'm not a big fan of metallic shimmers for the most part. Most shimmers make me think of a prom look, and I am not trying to look like I'm going to prom every time I do my makeup. I know it may look like that, but that's not my intention. That's what the colors look like. Let me go ahead and swatch them real quick for you so I can show those to you. I just said that. Okay, so here are the first 5 swatched on my hands. I know it's hard to tell because that one's like my skin color. And in order, they are Parched, Taste Buds, Bitch, Kumquat, and Stroke. This is an anecdote more for myself than for you guys because I know that we're all different skin colors, but I do have to say, as I've been trying the Jeffree Star palettes out, I've really been enjoying the fact that there's always one eyeshadow that's like my exact skin color. I find that very convenient. Anyway, moving on to the next 5. Okay, so next we have these 5. In order, they are Divine, Filthy Rich, Lick, Snatched, and Plunge. I have to say I'm very pleased with how these performed, these metallic colors. They're very shiny, they're very metallic. That's redundant. Why do you watch me? Why do I watch me? So the payout on all those is good. They're very creamy. I really like specifically this color, and the silver is really cute. I know my best friend Jasmine would love all of these, so I'm sure whenever I go to visit her next, she'll be dabbling in those. So that's those 5. And side note, I don't know if you can tell, but they leave like a glitter moment when you take them off. So I guess they have glitter in them too. Even though it'd be a ton of effort if you're one of those like I have no money people like me, and you can only afford a few luxuries in life, you can always just buy this eyeshadow palette and then use the shimmers for body glitter. All you gotta do is just wipe the eyeshadow off. I know it seems wasteful, but hey, I'm not here to help you save money. I'm just here to help you cut corners. Before I even show you this, I'm just gonna warn you that this last color straight up looks like I just spread feces on my hands. So here are the final 5 colors in the palette. We have Subtle, Quench, Submerge, Splash, and Drizzle, which is the one that looks like I just got it out of the toilet. Not because it's an ugly color, and that's no shade to Jeffree Star. I'm just not a fan of Dookie Brown. So before I jump into the eye look, I do have some thoughts on all those swatches. Overall, like I said, the color payout on all of them were really great, especially on the shimmers right here. As far as the mattes, I think all of them performed pretty well. However, I did notice that this one and this one, to me, swatched a bit patchy. Now, that is lucky for us because, as I'm sure you know, I'm not a fan of doing super basic brown eye looks, so you're not gonna see me use that on my eye today. So I don't have to worry about if it's gonna be patchy on my eye today. If you're wanting to know if it is patchy on the eye, I'm sorry you came to the wrong video. Perhaps you should look for another one. Perhaps you should go to a Morphe store and try it out yourself. As I'm sure you can tell from looking at my face, I do have pretty much all of my makeup on at the moment except for my eyes, my lips, and my highlight. I just don't like being barefaced on this channel for the most part because my skin is not that great. And yeah, I feel like you should always try to look your best on camera. With that all being said, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer, which Jasmine has me trying out, and I'm gonna prime my eyelids with that, and then I will be right back. There are my primed eyes, so let's get into this whole shebang. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with Quince right here, and I'm gonna kind of use that as a transitional color. Are you seeing that? Are you seeing that? It has a bit of fallout. Like I've said, a lot of the Jeffree shadows that I've worked with do have a bit of fallout, but that does not bother me. Fallout is not a big thing as long as the color payoff is good and the blendability is high. Well, let me get into this jazz. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with Bitch, and I'm gonna put that around in this area too. Taking a fun and fresh new brush, I'm gonna go back in with this color right here just to reinforce some of those spots that I wanna be a little bit more yellow. Next, I'm gonna go in with Submerge here. Maybe a little bit of this one, but just Submerge starting out. And I'm gonna put that all right in here and down in here. Okay, and then again, taking a slightly smaller brush, I'm gonna go back in with these two colors to just reinforce that bit of intensity on the parts that I want it to be more intense. And then lastly, I'm gonna go in with Filthy Rich right here, just to highlight my inner corner and maybe put a pot up here. I'm not sure yet. Alright, so that is the eyeshadow on this side of my face. I'm gonna go ahead and replicate that onto this other side and I will be right back. Okay, so that's what both eyes look like. I think I'm having an idea, and as you know, my ideas tend to either go well or ruin the entire look. And it's actually kind of two ideas. Idea number one is I'm thinking about taking that Filthy Rich color right here and highlighting my face with it, but I don't know if it's going to be too intense to make sense to highlight. Secondly, I'm thinking about taking Jawbreaker and lining my waterline with it because I feel like that might be cool, and I don't really waterline my eyes with a pop of color that often. So I think I'm going to do this first to see how I feel about it. Okay, so good news, not to get all up in your face, but I actually do not hate the way that turned out. So, cool. Hopefully the next idea goes as well. But taking Filthy Rich here, which I will never be, I'm gonna go and put that along my highlighting points just to see if that little bit of extra sparkle translates well. Okay, I actually do not hate that. I think that looks pretty cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in and do my mascara and my lashes and my lips real quick, of which I don't really have a good lip that will go with this, and I feel like this will just be too much. So let me do that bad boy. Let's see if I can wrap this baby up without ruining the entire look. All right, so that is the finished look. I don't know how you feel about it. I know how I feel about it. I actually kind of like it. However, you would think since they are my eyeballs, I would have a good grasp of like how to apply makeup on them in a way that's most flattering, and I don't. So as I look at this, I think what I probably should have done is not cut my crease per se, but at least pulled the blue higher up because since I do have hooded eyes, I feel like you're kind of losing the effect of the makeup. But it's too late for that. Overall though, I think I actually kind of like the look. I feel like it's a little bit different for me. I can't think of any time I've ever really done anything like this before. So yeah, there it is. There is the Thirsty palette on my eyes. Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you want some more of it? Or do you not want any of it? Just let me know in the comments how you feel. For the Thirsty palette by Jeffree Star Cosmetics, I have some thoughts. As I went through and applied all of these, I do have to say that they are beautifully pigmented, albeit, like I said earlier, these two colors right here do come across a tad bit patchy. But for the shimmers, which I do have on my highlighting sections, I feel like those are definitely bomb. And the colors I actually like too. I feel like they went on really well. I am noticing, however, that, and this could be a result of my hooded eyes, that it feels like the intensity is fading as I have it on my eyes, and they haven't been on but maybe 10 minutes now. But overall, I'm very pleased with the performance of these shadows. I feel like, especially for a summer vibe, you know, this color story is something that anybody could really get behind. Like I said, I know my best friend Jasmine would love this palette right here. Even when it comes to the actual design of the case itself, I love that it has, you probably can't see, like dew drops or condensation drops or sweat drops or whatever you want to call it. From head to toe, for the most part, I was pretty pleased with how it turned out. There are very few things that really disappointed me, and what did is probably a result of my application, like I've said before. But overall, in my opinion, when it comes to the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Thirsty palette, it is a happily ever after. If you're somebody that is looking for more of a cute summery moment, I think that this is something you should go out and try. It is a little bit pricey, like I said. I think this one is $44. But I have 3 of his palettes now, and none of them have really let me down. The payout's amazing, the quality is amazing. It's just amazing. Honestly, I find myself struggling to use my other palettes, and I know that that seems weird since I just have a blue palette, a red palette, and now this palette from him. But why go to a different brand when you have such good quality pigmentation? I don't know. So yeah, I am going to go, I don't know, take a dip in a bathtub because I don't have a pool. I can't afford that. I don't have much more to say on that matter. If you like this video, if you like watching my videos, feel free to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Ring that bell so that you'll get notified whenever I post on my channel. I'd always love to have more people supporting me. I would love to add your star to the sky that is the story of my life. I would love you to stop by and see the next chapter of my story. I'm rambling a lot. I don't know. This temperature is really making it hard for me to focus. But with all of that being said, my name is Harley Nouveau, and until our stars next align.